Hello and welcome to our first video for Cabbage Meeple. We are going to review today Dungeons and Dragons as a game which we're hoping you will enjoy. I have played this game quite often. It's a very interesting game. I also have with me someone who's never played the game before.
Yes.
Please introduce yourself.
I'm Jean and this is all new to me, so I'm very interested to know more.
Okay, so what we do know is that this is Dungeons and Dragons, and Dungeons and Dragons was created in 1974 by Gary Gygax and Dave Arness. Right? It's a role-playing game in which you create your own characters, move through the system, and manage to create your own world and your own adventures. Mm-hmm. Which, for a lot of new people, such as yourself, is usually very intimidating.
I am.
All right. So, what happened was in 1997, Wizards of the Coast, along with Hasbro, which now owns them, created a board game, and that's this one here, in order to bridge the gap between people who are traditional game players and Dungeons and Dragons. So the way this works is that you are, rather than creating your own character, you're given sample characters to create. You're given, of course, profiles and tokens. Mm-hmm. Right? Now, with the profiles and tokens, you also get powers or ways to attack. Some of them are one battle attacks, some are one day attacks,
okay.
And the other ones is attack anytime that you like.
As many times as I like.
As many times as you like. Okay. Alright, so what happens is when you start off the game, you start off with a start tile, and then you move through the board based on the movements that your character has. That would be the speed character. You then, at the edge of it, you would then choose a new tile, and you would expand your dungeon out so that you can explore it. Mm-hmm. As you expand your dungeon out, you're going to run into monsters and traps and other problems you would determine by the encounter cards. And you would then also, if you're going to run into monsters, get a selection of monsters which have powers and are trying to kill you. Those are represented here by figures like these. These would be the larger monsters that we're trying to kill you with, and of course the smaller monsters that we're trying to kill you with.
Okay.
And they're color-coded, so it's easy to know who's who.
Okay. I'm still a bit confused. I think we should try.
This game has a very high playability rate. It's very possible to play 100 games and never play the same game twice. And if you, depending on the characters and the people you're playing with, it's very possible that it will be fun and exciting every single time you play it because you never know what's going to happen. Alright, so that's the good thing about it. Here's the downside of it. While it is a very good, well-built game, and again, it follows 4th edition in case you're interested, it is a reasonably expensive game. Cost me about 300 ringgit here in Malaysia, which is about $100 or less in the US. So it is a large outlay of cash for this system. However, having said that, it is very nice to own if you're trying to bridge people into the game system so you can do a more full-fledged game. It comes with a lot of bang for your buck, so you get a lot of tokens, games, cards. The artwork is excellent. All in all, I would say that this is a very good buy to get, but it is a pricey outlay at the beginning. Now, for me though, it's worth it. I love the game. I originally bought it because I can't find enough people in Malaysia here to play it with me. So the fact that you can play it by yourself was somewhat of an attraction. And as time has gone on, I've managed to use it to introduce other people to the game. So I'm slowly building my own little D&D community. All right, so with that, I'd like to thank you for this review. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please lay any comments you have down in the comment boxes below. Subscribe to our channel. And again, in the immortal words of Will Wheaton, play more games. The monsters can't move because he has no movement. It's our turn. We can pick up the icon of Ravenclaw,
Okay.
and we win.
Woo! Yay!
Yay!